In this painting process, I'm going to emphasize on the importance of value. Enjoying art as a global artist community, we focus on how to make painting and drawing with fun and relaxation. We want to welcome you to join us today. Let's start this painting. I'm going to do a very simple sketches. Take a look. I'm going to make this the main flower and over here. Also aware of the reflection, not just the flower. Reflection also very important. So the bottom over here is right here and the top is about here. So I'm going to have that flower over here and then the other flowers a little closer also on the edge over here appears a little bit incomplete, right? So if you think this is too much, not much, okay, just soften that a little bit. So feel free to change the color of the flower. And today I'm just going to use mostly just the red color. Okay, but it's just not the most important is not the color. It's just the value of the colors, not the color hue. So I'm gonna have this color. I'm gonna put that the most important, the dark color at the bottom over here. First, I'm gonna make that a little bit darker like that, so that you can see. That's the flower petal. There's a little flower petal over here like that. And we're going to use lifting to create those water, the head, a little bit color like that. And there's something over here. Okay, just a little bit testing. And let's do the big color composition with the flat brush. I'm thinking about that behind this flower is going to be a lighter background, right? So I'm going to be a little bit more as yellow color. So I'm going to take the yellow and just put that right behind here. Here you go. Just think about roughly how the color it would be laying. That's good, like that. And also on this side, and then I'm gonna put other color next to it. So let's see, like that. Here we go. So be a little bolder. That's fine. And now I'm gonna use other color. I'm gonna even have more yellow color over here. I'm gonna have the red color. If other color, that means the other two colors, right? Just have these two color over here. Now I'm gonna have some other color over here, but be aware of I don't want the two dark colors next to the flowers. At least on the top, I'm not gonna have it. Just add the color over. I'm gonna have even a little bit red color over here. That's good, like that. And a little bit blue color. And now I'm gonna have some color in the top and the bottom over here. And if you want the reflection become a little bit less important, and you can make a little bit darker color. Okay, now I'm gonna have this a little bit darker. Here we go, a little bit more, like that. And of course, you need to have some color over here too. In that case, it doesn't feeling like connected between the color and the reflection. Okay, have a little bit red into it. I can make it even darker. And okay, here we go. Like that. A little bit color over here too. Like that. And you may be afraid of it already. Say, oh my God, ooh, is that going to be a problem? How am I going to make that painting look like what I want? Okay, you start thinking about that is, oh, how this color is going to look at the end. Because right now you focus on how the big contrast, not the smaller areas yet. So I'm gonna also have a little bit winter blue red shade and a little bit color over here in the middle. I'm also going to have a little bit of those blue color coming over here. Okay, like that. But you see that too dark, right? So I need to leave it up. So you can see some light and dark is very important. Now here we go. Now I'm gonna have a little color like that, a little bit lighter. It already appeared to be a nice painting. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit blue. I'm gonna just add a little blue color here. Okay, a little bit blue color over here. A little blue color over here. Okay, like that. Now it's star. Look like a painting already. It's come together. Now the bottom over here, be careful. Now, and everywhere that has accumulated, I'm having my surface of the paper it tilting down like 5 to 6 degrees, so the accumulate wet always stay at the bottom, so you can't take it out. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start painting the flower. Okay, the top over here is still a little wet, especially accumulated wet on the, right on the top over there. I'm going to use the calligraphy brush. Now I'm going to thinking about clear a little space over here. Some of you might be spoiled. You spoil yourself. They have a very big mixing plate, and it's when they have a little less, it's kind of, oh, how I'm going to use it, how I'm going to live there. The room is so small. Oh, actually, most of the time, we don't really need that much space. Try it. It can be very economic. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at the red color. Now, I'm thinking about, in order to create a contrast and making sure my red color is going to be darker, right? Otherwise, it's not going to create enough contrast. Now I'm going to have a little bit Windsor blue red shade. If you want to have a little bit color feeling, a little purple. Okay. Like that. Now let's start. Just paint like you would. And we can come back to create some contrast. Or maybe we have to come back to have more refining. Okay, like that. And if you have a purple color, that may be even better. So right now, I use what I have. Okay, that's good. And keep going. Just use the red color. Another petal over there. Okay, I'll come back to lift up some colors. It's supposed to be a little bit more contrast in the flower. But this is going to be my first round. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for the reflection. Here you go. Like that. Painting. Observe. Don't automatically painting without considering. Okay, like that. Okay. Okay, a little bit on this side is the same coming. And then the bottom over here, so that's why the reflection is starting from here, the same height, right? Now I'm going to taking care of the other flower. And maybe this one can be a little bit different. I'm going to try to use a little purple color like that to see that would make any difference here. Now I'm going to put this flower. Here you go. Can be a little bit softer. Okay, I still like the red better. Okay. Now you can see is very soft because the background is still a little bit soft. Now I'm gonna have a little bit over here as well. It's just direct under. Like that. Alright, now we have all the color over here. Now this is the point. Now we're going to start doing some adjusting. Before I do that, I'm going to add some dark color. And we're going to create the bigger contrast. Okay, keep thinking about very contrast, very contrast. I'm going to make something really dark right here. You can see that. It's very dark. And also we're going to have some color somewhere, a little bit darker. And the dark color actually would create what you wanted people to think about, to look at, to pay attention to. That is all in the contrast. Okay, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to start doing a little adjustment. Like over here, I'm going to have that little blue color in here. Okay, here we go. Now adjusting the color over here. Now I'm gonna lift it up a little bit. Okay, now look a little bit better. I'm gonna have even this color, put it here. That's good. That is the first step, adding the color too. Now, here we go. I'm gonna move this by lifting the color. That's good. Now I'm gonna start lifting this. See that? And create the illusion of the content. Maybe the lily pad right on the top here. That's good. Over here too. Now on this side, also going to leave a little texture over here, showing something content over there. And here we go. And I'm going to lift up a little color right here. Here you go. So easy to lift. Okay, lift up there. Okay. Now I'm going to also lift a little bit over here too. Ready? Right here. And lift it off. That's good. That make a lot of interest. Okay, over here I'm going to lift a little bit over here too. Lifting. Keep practicing. Okay, you get better and better. Okay, like that. All right, as we're doing this, the painting gets drier and drier. Now what I would want to do, we're gonna come back to have a little bit more details, some horizontal line. We're gonna do that a little bit later. Okay, want to get a little bit drier. That's easier too. And now I'm gonna come in to create more contrast. Like for this petal, I'm gonna do a little lifting to create the light and also create a contrast. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna make sure I have enough wet, but not too wet. Okay, like a halfway. Okay, I'm gonna go to lift up a little bit light. You see that? By having the value contrast, now you can see these small details become standing out more. But after we have some even contrast, a little bit more contrast, it will show more. Like over here, I'm gonna have this new petal right here, but we're gonna make the surrounding of this shape also a little bit darker. Okay, like that. That's good. You see that? Now I create details. Now on this side, I'm gonna have the top over here, a little bit lighter. It depends on how much you want the people looking at that area. Okay, I'm gonna have that showing a little bit by using the lifting. And all about in the value contrast. Okay, like this. But some area you don't want it to stand out that much, right? Maybe some petal over here in the back, you don't want it to stand out that much. That would be fine. And I'm gonna see that can be a little bit lighter in the back over here. I can just leave it up with the corner of the brush. I'm gonna have this petal a little bit bigger. Expand it a little bit. Now this is good. In the reflection, we'll also do a little bit lifting as well. I can see that this can be a little bit, but you don't have to make everything look so clear. It's just a little bit, and you control how much you want to represent or how important that would be. Like, I think this is good enough for the reflection. I make it a little bit softer. Okay. Ooh, I have some water over here, so I'm gonna let go. That's good. Actually, it looks nicer. I'm gonna have this a little bit lighter and have the back over here lift up a little bit. And over here, I'm gonna lift up a little bit. I'm gonna throw some brighter color after you dry. Okay, like that. That's good, right? Nothing is a deal breaker. As okay, like that. That's good with that flower. And all right, we're gonna come back after this a little bit more dry, and I'm gonna use the calligraphy brush. They're coming back over here to create some little more details, like get those Winsor blue red shade. Now I'm gonna have a little line over here. See, I'm gonna have it one coming over here, like that. That's good. I'm gonna have a little bit color over here. I'm gonna have some really, really bright blue color, like that. And here you go, a little bit bright blue color over here. That's simple. And do you know why I keep saying simple? Okay. That's good. I'm gonna have a little red color over here too, even more. Okay, like that. Now with these few lines, you bring more variety into the painting. And I'm gonna have something even darker with this a little darker color, like that. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have a little bit dark color over here too. But this two color looks like a little conflicting. So I'm going to maybe soften that a little bit over here, let that merge together. Now, that's good. Now the painting getting more dry. Now I'm gonna come back to add a little fresh red color. I'm gonna let go a little bit this space. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to use a much red color. Okay, making sure this is ready. I'm gonna have this one. I'm gonna have the shadow side of this petal, that like that can connect to the bottom of this dark color. That's good. And I'm gonna have something even darker for this petal. Now you can see the difference. Now this is how you make it something pop because the very contrast. Now I'm going to have a little yellow color and just put it on the side here. That's the color also doing the thing. So make that pop a little more. Let's see. And then on the outside, I'm going to have the red color of this petal. That's create a contrast. You see that? Between this and the outside. Now create more difference. Now I have a little bit in the back over there. That's good. I'm gonna have it a little bit softer in the back over there. Okay, like this. That's good. Right, now they're getting more and more interesting. I'm gonna have the top over here have some yellow of this petal. Prepare that a little bit. Look like a little bit fresh green color. And now I'm gonna have the back have a little bit darker color. Here we go. Yeah, this color a little bit thicker. Okay, like that. Coming over here first. And now I'm gonna have the red color. Here we go. The red color over here. Continue down. And that's good. Now see that petal really pop because of the contrast combined with the color. And on the other side, I'm going to put a little darker color, but I'm not going to do it right now because it's a bit too soft on the outside. Okay, I can see that I can use a little bit more color over here on this petal. Can open up a little bit. That's good. Is that how easy it is? If you keep thinking about easy and then don't give up, and you can get it. Okay, right here, I'm gonna have a little bit darker. That's good. Look at that. Ooh, the painting come together very nicely, isn't it? Can you give me a little bit? Yeah. Okay, on this side, I'm gonna have the lower side to be a little bit darker with shadow. Here you go. Now I'm going to soften that a little bit. I don't want this petal, flower petal, stand out so much. Why don't we pay a little attention to the other flower? I'm going to put this on the edge over here. I'm going to have a little bit over here. That's good. I'm going to have something also darker, but be careful how dark you want it to be. You may not really want it to be that dark. Okay, it's a little bit over here. Like that. A little flower over there. Now I'm going to also have some yellow color on the edge. Let that two color merge together. That's good. I think that's much we can give it to this flower. Maybe just a little bit sharper on the edge over here. A little bit over blur. Too much. A little bit like that. That's good enough. I'm going to connect that down over here. Okay. Now that's very good. I'm going to come back with a little bit more lifting. I'm going to see this a little bit connected. The whole shape over here connected in here. Okay, that looks better, more real. And here you go. You can see it. It can be very simple. Now this is getting drier, and I'm gonna have a little bit more red color. Come back here. Let's take a look. The difference. I'm gonna have this. See that? We talked about very contrast. Now with this color next to it, really make this petal pop. Also have a little bit over here like that. Now this flower you cannot not to pay attention to, because the contrast. Okay, and the back pad over there, I'm gonna keep it a little simple. Okay, that's good. Like that. I'm gonna have something darker on the edge over here, even darker. Now this will be the first thing you're gonna look at. Okay, right here. Also a little bit darker, like that. And also here, I'm gonna make this a little bit darker at the tip. I'm gonna have this color expand this shape a little bit, like this. Here we go. Expand the shape. Ooh, I even like the feeling of translucent. Okay, now I'm gonna have the red color connected down over here, from here coming down. Also a little brighter red color on the edge over here, and seeing a little bit feeling of translucent. Okay, that's good. Wow, I'm gonna lift up a little color on the edge over here and make it feeling even more translucent. A little bit more. I turn my calligraphy brush to be a small flat brush, like that. That's really good. And I also can lift up a little bit light shape over here, even make it feeling more translucent. You see that? Ooh, how beautiful. I'm gonna have this a little bit soft coming down. Like this flower has a lots of story to tell. I'm gonna make the top over here also a little bit lighter. Okay, shape it a little bit better. Now take a look. Even it's yellow, I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter. Ooh, I like that. Okay, that's nice texture. Okay, over here I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter, this petal. Okay, that much sharper already. I'm gonna come here to take a look at this, organize a little bit. I think it's over soft. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have this side can lift up a little bit over here too. That's good. Now a little bit more clear. So lifting is a way of adjusting the value and the contrast. And a little bit over here. That's good. I'm gonna have a little bit red color for this. You can see that is the most important is not really the color, right? You can change the color and the painting still look great if the value is good. Okay, coming down a little bit. Okay, that's good. You don't want to make the contrast too much in this secondary object. Okay, like that. That's good. I'm gonna have a little blue color. Actually, a little bit softer color. Connect this like that. Also, a little blue color like this. I'm gonna have this. You see that little transition? Ooh, I like that. Okay, a little transition over here. So only the tip has color. So when you put it down like this, it would see that one end had a little bit more color, the other end has less color. Okay, that's this brush can bring you the benefit. It's along here, okay, like that, and have a little bit here, the color connect that. I think the whole painting is finished.